Zoe, I guess, playing in this game for the first time last year and scoring, I guess, what did you learn about the matchup and what did you learn kind of going into it?
Yeah, I think this is just one of those games where we're so lucky to get to play for another trophy. It's so rare to get to play for a trophy outside of your conference title or the NCAA tournament. So I think it's just one of those things where it's a fight, it's a battle for 90 minutes, and it just means so much when you finally get to win and go grab that trophy and like celebrate with your fans, especially playing here. So, obviously playing in it my freshman year was great here, and then doing it away, getting goals was awesome, and we're just so excited to get to play on this field again.
Just talk about being able to get back home. You were on the road, in
Yeah.
Missouri. Just talk about being able to get back here in front of your fans.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of fans that actually travel well, so it was great to see all of them in Missouri, but we're just so excited to play here again. Like, there's nothing like the sound of the Cowboys. Going to the football game, I was like, I'm so excited to be back home this weekend. But, yeah, I think it's just one of those things where you don't get the opportunity to play in front of that many fans that often, and we get it every time we're home, and then in front of a Magnolia Cup fan, that's amazing. So we're just really excited.
You've had a good little unbeaten streak going. I know you had the tie with Auburn, but just talk getting into conference. Just talk about how tough this conference is, match after
Yeah.
match, to keep that kind of streak going.
Totally, yeah. I think it's one of those things where every single game, I mean, especially being a champion last year, you're going to get the best game out of everyone. So it's just about how do you get the best performance out of yourself. We're not focusing on the result, we're focusing on what we need to do to get better every day, and that gives us the result. So we just need to keep working on our own things, and everything will come together.
You kind of experience this with every conference matchup, but even the last couple of years, Ole Miss has been down as a program, but going into those games, it's still feisty, it's still close, and I think last year there was like 6 yellow cards, something like that.
Sounds right.
What's different about preparing for that sort of game where it's going to be physical, that it's
Yeah.
going to be like everything on the line for both teams?
I think in terms of our preparation, nothing really changes game to game. You treat every team the same. Don't over analyze it, but don't underrepresent a team. Like, you have to see that any team can give a fight every game. So I think especially with a team like Ole Miss, like, you never know what the game's gonna be, but it's always gonna be a fight till the 90th minute. So I think it's just one of those things where we have so many new people, so we kind of had to warn them, like, it's gonna be a battle. So just stay in it the whole game, because it really is to the end of the game. So I think we're just really excited to finally get to do it and show fans again.
Anything else for Zoe?
Thanks, Zoe.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Lauren, this rivalry matchup. Last year, I think there were 6 yellow cards in this one. I guess what do you know about this matchup? Being here last year, and what was kind of the preparation? The words of advice given to you from some of the veteran players.
Yeah, so obviously this is really it's usually our toughest game of the season, honestly. Like, they try to make it a fight, and we're going to try as hard as we can and implement what we've been learning about and training, like, our mentality to be. We're just gonna leave it all out on the field. Sorry, my voice is a little bit
You're
gone.
good.
Sorry. But yeah, we're gonna treat it like every other game. It's the next matchup, so we're just gonna go.
You've been able to get a little bit more minutes this year, doing some things. Just talk about your progress and how you feel about it.
I feel great, honestly. I'm so grateful to get some more minutes than last year. Even though I'm coming off the bench, I feel like I try my best just to make an impact, whether it be hyping the crowd up or just being there for my teammates. But yeah, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to be on this team and be a part of something great.
In your role, kind of coming in off the bench, I mean, you bring a lot of energy to the game. You bring a lot of speed, obviously, as well in the forward line. What's kind of your mentality of in knowing you're going to have 10 to 15 minutes on the pitch to make an impact like that? What's your mentality going into that?
So I just try to leave it all on the field. Like you said, I only get about 20-ish, something like that, minutes, and I'm gonna run my engine until I die on the field, honestly. And I try to get my yardage up as high as possible. Try to get the crowd going, especially West End. They're really hype when they bring their cowbells, super hype. But yeah, I just try to make a difference, whether it be the momentum, whether it be the energy. So, yeah, that's how I play.
Anything
All
else
good.
for Laura?
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you,
We
guys.
give your Coach, you're no stranger to the rivalry, but as a head coach, what is your message to the team?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of, alluded to the fact on Monday of the significance and the history behind, the rivalry of the Magnolia Cup. I mean, I think we've got 16 players that are new, that don't understand, that have been through it, and 8 or 9 that have. So, we know it's going to be a dogfight, right? It always is. It's, at some point you throw tactics out the window, and it's just an absolute grind. So, that was kind of the message early in the week, but it was, it's just another game for us in terms of another opportunity to go out and grow and get better. And that's kind of what our message has been all year.
The last few years kind of reflected the shift between the programs in the state, and I guess with a squad that has so many freshmen, sophomores, as well as transfers, how important is it to you and some of the other veteran players to kind of have that understanding of the significance of this
Yeah,
matchup?
I think they did a great job. Some of the older players kind of helping them understand just kind of what it means, and kind of the fight that it takes to be successful. So, it's something that we hold dear to our heart, and we're going to do everything we can tomorrow to go out and put the best performance possible.
And I think last year there were 6 yellow cards in this matchup. So,
Was it? I mean, I know there was a lot.
but I guess kind of going into a match, knowing that it's going to be physical, and knowing that maybe the traditional avenues in the midfield aren't going to be quite the same because of the physicality. What preparation goes into that? I guess mentally and physically.
Yeah, I mean, again, right? We talk all year about we want it to be a football fight. Where we play our football and we go and compete, right? Being hard and smart is something that's on our locker. In our locker room, that we want to continue to make sure that we're not just hard and we're not just smart. We have to be both of those. And we know tomorrow we're going to get that they're very, very best, and we're going to have to match it and then do our best to raise it.
On that point, just what has Ole Miss done in your mind this year to
Yeah, I mean, they're well coached, right? I mean, they there's some trends in them. They get better as games go on. They scored quite a number of goals in the 75th to 90th minute. There's waves in the games that data shows that they're very, very strong, and so we've got to understand that it's going to take all 90. It's going to take every single second of that 90 minutes tomorrow and put in a shift and really try and, for us, put 2 halves together. Two halves that are going to be really, really important for us, and we got to make sure that we don't switch off for a single second.
That road win against Missouri, I guess, showed another time that your team can go out on the road and beat anybody. But I guess taking some chances from out wide, or maybe low XG shots as they would be called. But your team seems to have a specialty of scoring those kind of chances.
Yeah.
I guess what goes into that, and just encouraging the players to take their opportunities like that.
A lot of coaching.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Kennedy's unbelievably technical player. We know Ali scored from distance, so. I think the biggest takeaway that we, as a staff and as a group kind of went over was it was nice to score 2 goals in the first half, rather than leave it to the 75th or 90th minute. So, again, it was a tough place to play, again, against a well-organized team that was tough and hard. And, for us, it was continuing to try and play the way we want to play, dominate the ball, and create chances and be multidimensional. So, proud of that result. But now it's, in the SEC, it's a goal, and now it's wake up the next day and prepare for another really good team.
Anything else for Nick?
Good.
Thanks, Nick.
Yes, Canadian Husbands.
Okay. First, can you please tell me your name and can you spell it for me?
Kennedy Husbands, KENNEDY HUSBANDS.
Awesome. And first off, what has been your experience like playing at Mississippi State?
Well, it's been nothing but incredible. It's been so much fun just being able to have 2 different teams these past 2 years, from a lot of seniors to now more of me, like as a role as being more of a impact and just being higher up on the team. So just being able to showcase my talents to everyone and just be a person that everyone can look up to has been really nice to see.
Awesome. And next, just easy, how long have you been playing soccer?
Since I was like 3 years old. Started rec and then I've worked out, so.
Great. And next, how does it feel being the SEC Defensive Player of the Week?
It was really nice to see. I've been working really hard this year. It's been up and down, and I just know that this was all part of God's plan, and whatever happened, and I'm just thankful and grateful that He blessed me with this opportunity.
Amazing. And next, what has soccer done for you personally?
It's just been a way for me to step outside my comfort zone, being able to find a balance between that and going to church and just doing stuff I love each and every day. So being able to have it as a place where I can let go of some stuff is just really nice to do.
And you've talked about your religion a lot even so far in this interview. So would you say, what does like your religion help you with, and how's it an active part in your life?
For sure, balancing everything out. I'm able to read my Bible, go to church, and just make it a daily habit in my life, and just focusing on that He gave me all these talents and abilities, so being able to use them in a way that glorifies Him through it all. It has just been, my motto's been audience of one this year, so just making sure He's the one that's getting all the glory.
Of course, that's amazing. Next, so can you kind of tell me what was it like getting that huge goal, that 40-yarder? What was that like in that moment?
It was really nice this season. I haven't scored yet, so just being able to get one in finally has been really nice. And just credit to my team. They've been helping me through this whole process, being able to pass and just build up the ball just out of the back and then up top just has been really nice. And just having 11 people score on our team has been very eye-opening, and just knowing that we are not one-dimensional, we're multi-dimensional. So.
All right, you're talking about multidimensionality. Soccer is a team sport. Not one person can carry the whole team. So can you kind of go into maybe your relationship with your teammates and kind of how you guys have a close bond so you can be as successful?
Yes, we really talk about trust and just trusting each other, no matter on the field, off the field, just having each other's back. So being able to trust them off the field allows us to play together, communicate, and just get the outcomes that we have been practicing.
Awesome. And next, can you tell me some fun facts about yourself that maybe not everyone knows?
My family and I used to go snowboarding when we were younger, and we would go to different locations each year, so that was fun. And then we have a farm in Texas, and we go hunting every winter and just have family time and make it so we can communicate or meet new people and invite new people and just make it a fun space for everyone to get involved.
Awesome, that's great. And what are your thoughts going into this Ole Miss game tomorrow? Any concerns?
No, I'm excited. I think we practiced really well this week, and just we're excited to play against our rival because we know that they'll always bring a good game for us. So just being able to play hard and just keep working on our things so we can continue to chase an SEC.
Of course. And almost second last question. This season, y'all of course taking down the number 1 ranked team, Tennessee. You guys are 8-1-1 right now. Can you kind of talk about what has led to this success this season?
For sure, the whole team, just the coaches to the support staff to the teammates, just everyone's being bought in, and just the trust between us all. We just continue to work, continue to have good problems to have, and just continue to showcase that we can keep doing this. And there's a process, and it's not a marathon, or it's a marathon, not a sprint. So we just continue to growing each and every day.
Of course. And last thing I have for you, is there anything you want to share about yourself, the team, the season that maybe you haven't gotten the chance to talk about yet?
No, I'm just very grateful to be on this team. We are a very hardworking team, and just being able to showcase all of our talents that we have all been blessed with and using them in a way that makes this team better, and just trusting each other and the people who do the behind the scenes work, and just being able to put it all together and show the outcomes we're getting right now has been really nice, and just we continue to grow and keep going. So
all right, Dean, that's all I have for you. Thank you so much
thank
again.
you.
Danny, Colin, anything else?
Yeah, I guess going into this game last year as a freshman, what was told to you by the coaches and the players about what to expect, and do you feel like you're in a position now that you can be that player for some of the other freshmen on the team?
Yeah, for sure. Last year we were told it's going to be a 90-minute game, and this year we told everyone again that it's going to be a 90-minute game. It's not going to be we can just play for 45 minutes and let off the gas. We're going to have to play our full game because they always come out hard, and it's a rivalry and the trophy's on the line. So just making sure we continue to focus and put a 90-minute effort in.
And I guess the Missouri goal that you scored, at what point did you realize that you were going to hit it when it was coming down to you?
I've been working on volleys, so just being able to hit it finally and just see it go up, or talk about get it back in the box and just taking a shot, and it was the right thing to do at that time, so I did it, and it went in. So it's nice to see.
Anything else for Kennedy?